Hey guys, Wayne over at the Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. Hey, a friend of ours, client, sent in his 1323 to get redone. And of course, we redid it all, or I gave one, it's sleeved and all new guts, and we shipped it off to him. And anyway, he sent it back to us because the piston had stuck. This piston had stuck there. And the only time that you ever see pistons in a master cylinder stick is when, for some reason, they've been pushed too far past the retainers, or they'll get coil spring bind. And you see this on master cylinders that have been shipped back, where they're putting them back on and they're bleeding them or getting the car ready or such and such. And oftentimes the master cylinder is not full of fluid, and so therefore these components are kind of dry and they will lock up. As soon as I unscrewed the front piston retainer on these 1323s, you wouldn't think that was a piston retainer. It catches the front of this piston. It immediately released. So, this assembly was pushed so hard that it pushed it back past its stops. Pushed it so hard. Here we are. They're stuck together. They normally do not stick together. The spring is completely bound. This entire system, it just got pushed too hard. And like I said, it's not common, but it does happen. And we see it when people are putting their master cylinder, you're pumping that pedal and all that. And that's actually one of the reasons that if you've bought a master cylinders, you know how they had that little sheet in there about bench bleeding all the time? In the old days, they used to take long, complete strokes and, and bench bleed your master cylinder. They don't say that anymore. They say take little bitty half-inch strokes. And the reason they tell people to do that today is because people was getting in there going wham, 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 and there's not as much resistance when the chambers are not full. So, yeah, this thing completely stuck together. It doesn't want to come apart. Completely stuck together. This was pushed so hard that it jammed it into the back of the primary piston. It was pushed so hard that aluminum bevel was pushed into there. I've never seen it done on a 1323. This is a first for me. One of the reasons I wanted to tape it or film it. I have seen it on the 1187s. That long stroke, it's actually fun, that long stroke, you can kind of get carried away, wham, and I've seen that 3 or 4 times over the decades. But I think this is only the first, or possibly the second, only the first, so be careful when we're bench bleeding and getting it on the car the first few times. Let's take us some small little strokes. But anyway, we're going to put this back together in video 2, and we're going to bench bleed it so we can send it off to Boss Man. All right. $19.